Hey everybody, and welcome back to Zelic Media. AMD has come out not just with one, but two competitors on the GPU market. Some of you may have already heard about the new chiplet architecture being utilized in these new GPU units. AMD is claiming 50% better performance on these new GPUs. Some of you may have already heard that AMD is utilizing a new chiplet architecture to up not only their efficiency, but to also minimize their power consumption. Unlike everything else in this PC world, AMD has gone bold in renaming their GPUs with a totally not confusing and not already used method. They are the AMD Radeon RX 7900 XT X, and the less powerful version doesn't have an X. Well, it still has the first one and the second X, but definitely not the third X. Just RX XT. Got it? Not confusing at all. Well, they are utilizing MCM or multiple chip modules to bring these new GPUs to market. RDNA 3 will be utilizing this new architecture. One benefit of this new technology is because, well, it already works. They've been using it on their CPUs. So just copy and paste that technology and voila, innovation. Essentially, they are implementing SoC or systems on a chip, breaking up the functional grouping, meshing it with an infinity-like fabric, and allowing it to communicate much faster. This communication will be much more efficient and subsequently allow you to do more of it, which is why they are claiming all these great 8K capabilities, and I am putting very large quotation marks on that 8K, as I will explain in a little bit. The expected communication speeds will be 5 terabytes a second amongst the modules. Now, this is good for the consumer because not only are you getting better performance, but at a cheaper price point. Apparently, the old way was creating monolithic dies, which had a high failure rate. I believe they said it was 40% of the dies would actually break. And as you increase the size for large GPUs, they would actually have a tendency to break even more. So in the end, you're paying for those broken dies even though you didn't even see them. Now, don't get too excited just yet with how revolutionary the news is. I would recommend holding them accountable for sort of fibbing their numbers, sort of like how food photography, where you use mashed potatoes instead of ice cream, or in skincare, they'll use Photoshop on the photos. AMD and others are fibbing their numbers. If you read the small print, you'll see that the 8K that was mentioned isn't truly 8K at the 32 million pixels, but at the 16 million pixels, which is really just two 4Ks at 8 million pixels each. On the bright side, you'll be able to hit all your favorite AMD GPU settings with a click of a button, at the expense of sounding like an online pharmaceutical company, HyperRx. I'm going to give a quick breakdown of the XTX version and the XT respectively. So we've got the XTX being $1,000, XT $900. 96 CUs versus 84 CUs, which are compute units. Clusters of processing resources that store thread information. You've got 2.3 gigahertz and 2.0 gigahertz, 24 gigabytes and 20 gigabytes of GDDR6. The great news, these products come out December 13th, so you'll be able to purchase that for your favorite nerd or your new up-and-coming favorite YouTube guy. I will have a few videos and resources linked in this description so that you can go check out Gamers Nexus. He's got a great video about almost immediately after the information came out. Quick shout out to Brian and George. Thank you for motivating and pushing me to come create more videos. I miss you. Thank you for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.